I love everything about my life because I grew up in a wonderful family, and we are very close. And my father's mother lived with us. She was very handy, my grandmother. She played the piano, she did needlepoint, she could fix the plumbing, she spoke 6 languages. So she was cooking amazing food. She was from Bulgaria, and so we had that presence all the time. His office was part of the house as well. So breakfast, lunch, dinner, always there was a huge table set, and everybody will come and have all meals. And my mother was an excellent cook and always made sure that everything was impeccable. So a lot of um, love and joy and good food and friends. And I'm in love with Turkey also. I like the history and the people. They're very nice people. Authentic Turkish people are very humble, generous, welcoming people. The nature is wonderful. We had winter house and a summer house, so when the schools were off, um, we'll cross the Bosphorus on a boat, and there will be a huge truck loading the birds, the fish, all our luggages, all our furniture, everything on this like weird truck. And we'll go and have 3 months in this summer house that's wood structure, like one floor and a little attic, huge garden. We had chickens and roosters and all kind of animals there. And we would walk to the sea every day and row in the middle of the sea. The sea was so clean, we could see the shrimp nest. It was so beautiful. I wasn't aware. Now, come to think of it, they were pretty strict, my parents. Like, I had a curfew when I should come home and all that. So people had sleepovers. I wasn't allowed to have sleepover, to sleep over somewhere else. But that's part of who I am, I guess. That was my upbringing. I went to a French school, Notre Dame de Sion, which was a French Catholic school run by nuns. I didn't like that at all. I mean, like, I'm a free spirit, and that was not fun for me. So I don't have very good memories of the French education system. You had a lot to learn by heart. I am a person who learns hands-on. Um, and I like to take the time to learn deeper rather than learning by heart and just going through things. So it wasn't a good match. I went through it, and then in art school I was very happy. So
Overall, you had a really positive childhood experience, I think.
amazing, yeah. I moved here in 1981. My husband of 5 years, I married when I was 20, and we had a 4 months old girl, daughter Daphne. And he studied in Switzerland, and he didn't want to stay in Turkey. I love Turkey. I was a queen there, and so he applied for the green card through my uncle, and at the time it was very. I didn't know, and it came. And before I knew it, we had to move. I didn't speak English, and I had never been in the United States. And the only people I knew, I didn't know then, that I could have known, was my uncle, his wife, and then we met Carol and Ralph, and actually David is the first, your father was the first person I saw at your mother's concert. He came to greet me. It was very hard, but what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And actually, your grandmother Carol was amazing support for me. I mean, she was my rock, honestly. And I was very lucky. I met wonderful people. And so it wasn't hard once I got to know people, but just the fact that I couldn't practice my career because of language and nobody knew me. I had from a very loving family to come to a strange place without really deciding for myself was difficult. But I was extraordinarily lucky, as I say, to have met wonderful people. That was suburbia that I came to. My uncle lived in Ardmore, so we rented a place in Brynmore, a town. I am coming from a big city, and at 3 o'clock you have traffic, like you literally, and from a buzzing city, like worse than New York or Paris, Istanbul is really, when you come you'll see it's a very full of life and activity city. To come to suburbia where nothing was happening, nothing at the time. It's not like now. Now the city picked up. It's wonderful. Philadelphia has a lot to offer. It was like with a 4 month old baby, Jack will take the car, and I was basically had to deal with life, and that at 25 was not easy. Um, of course, the family. Don't forget that we didn't have cell phone. We didn't have even phone. It was very, very expensive. We had telephones, but you had to go through an operator when I came. Or, I mean, it was very, I would talk to them once a week or something like that. Towards the end, I would talk to them twice a day because the technology changed and it was easy, and we had Skype and all that, so it's much easier. But at the beginning, when you need them most, I couldn't communicate. So family, I was missing my family tremendously, and my friends. I had to learn everything on my own. And Carol would just come with a big bag of bagels or listen to me, like gave me a good shoulder to cry on or something like that. But I don't know. I had my Daphne, my daughter, who I devoted my all my energy and my love to and my focus to. And so once she was 3 years old and she started, because I didn't know anybody to leave her with, so she spoke only French till she was 4 years old. So I couldn't even leave her with a babysitter. So I was pretty much with her all the time. But when she started taking music lessons and go to school, and I met wonderful friends that I still have. We still meet with each other, and we're all our grandmothers, and it's wonderful. Yes, especially given the political predicament that Turkey is and could be worse. For my children, it's a good thing. there is a lot of things that they will never experience, but such is life. Like my childhood was mine, and their childhood is that. Like every generation wins some, lose some. You know what I mean? Like you lose some things, but you gain some other things that the previous generation didn't have. Yeah, it's overall it had been a wonderful. I mean, I wouldn't want to move anywhere else if I had to move than United States, just because it's the most welcoming country. I think I never felt a foreigner, never, never, and I had the best people, that the best support, the best people. Everybody was nice. You know, when even in the supermarket, I knew everybody. I will cook something and I'll bring it to the. They will ask, "How do you make this?" and I'll bring it to them. So it's beautiful experience. Teaching was great. Having building my career, like the whole graphic design all over again. At the beginning was very hard, but once I learned my ways, yeah, it was fun. And then Celine was born, and by then I was a pro.